Well, I am a travel photographer, which means a number of things, largely that I travel a lot, but it also means that I have gone through a lot of backpacks. I have taken these on airplanes. I have carried equipment out to sites. I've done this domestically. I've done a lot of it internationally. And so I am always looking for new, better backpacks. Now, for me, backpacks come down to a couple of things. They come down to the quality, in particularly, are they going to last? Because even the best designed backpack, if it's cheap and it wears through on you, it's no good. And the second thing I look for is design. Can I put enough stuff in it? Are there enough compartments and things like that? Now, I was looking around as I always do for new backpacks. I've got a trip coming up to Italy in about a month where I'm going to have to not only take this on an international flight, but I'm going to have to then carry stuff out to the coast with me. So I wanted a backpack that was big enough and looked like the design was good. And I looked around and I found this, and I was very pleased by what I saw in terms of the specs and on the design. So a big thank you to the MOZETO store for sending me a sample of this to try out. And we're going to go through this. And so far, I've been very pleased by a number of things. Now, let's start with my first concern before I even get into how well designed it is. And by the way, this is very well designed. I like to look at the quality of this because, as I'd mentioned, these things can take a beating and they don't do you any good if they start to break on you. Now, the first thing I always look for on a back or any kind of bag is the zippers. Zippers always seem to fail first, no matter what pack I've had a problem with. It's always the zippers that go first. So I was very pleased to see this, which is that the zippers, you can even see on here, they're big, heavy duty zippers. They've got big cord pulls on them instead of the cheap little tabs. And you can tell just by pulling them along that the zippers are quality. So that was the very first thing I looked for. It actually can be the thing that will make me not buy a backpack, as if even if it looks great, but the zippers aren't any good. So very good quality zippers on this. Now, the material on this is built out of a thick, water-resistant nylon. Now, you can feel this as soon as you pick it up out of the package that this is going to be a good quality backpack in terms of the material. It's got a weight to it. You can tell just by putting the material between your fingers and going like this that it's thick, very heavy duty. So I am not really concerned about any of the material ripping, tearing, or wearing through. I also like to look at buckles on a backpack. And if we look on this, you can see that these buckles are these nice, thick, heavy duty Fastex bindings. These are the ones that you just clip in and out like this. And the backpack straps themselves feel very hardy as well. And they've got good padding on them. So I'm feeling really good about the quality of this. And honestly, I could tell just as soon as I took it out of its packaging, I knew this was going to be a good quality backpack. So now let's get on to my second concern with packs, and that's features. And that is where this pack really shines. So for me, a backpack has to wear a couple of hats. It has to be a good bag for an airplane, and it also has to be a good bag for taking out and hiking around. And this design is so well thought out. So for starters, on the front, you can see that we've got three good big pouches. But this bottom one in particular, you notice that it's vented down here. If we open this up, what we notice is we have this very deep pocket that is lined. And so you can put wet stuff in here. So if you've ever been out and you're backpacking around, if you're doing it right, you're getting something wet. So this was actually big enough. I put a pair of shoes in here and they fit really nicely. But I can see having a little isolated compartment that I can put wet stuff in to be very, very useful. So, and you can see it's got little vents right here for drying even. That's another really well thought out feature. So we start with that bottom pouch. And again, when you're using this, you can feel the zippers are just really good quality. And then right here in the middle, we've got another patch, and we haven't even gotten into the main compartment yet. And this middle pouch, you've got all sorts of small places that you can put things like a phone, pens, things like that. And we've even got this for putting keys. Very, very well thought out. And I should mention that this whole back portion here is covered with this webbing. So if you want to hook a carabiner or tie something onto this, you've got the whole back of the pack to do it. And then up on the top, we have got yet another pocket. So before we even get inside of this thing, we've got lots of good organizational stuff. And again, I just love that this has got a place for me to put my wet stuff that has also got vents on it. I wish more backpacks thought things out like that. Now, before we even get to the inside, there's something else I want to show you on this, which is this. It's got a little port for a USB cable. So that's great too. So if you think about being like at the airport or something, if you had your laptop or your phone or something inside of the bag and hooked up on the inside with a USB cable, you could simply plug this in and have all of your stuff still very safely inside of your bag. Again, just another really well thought out design on this pack. Now, if we open up this back, we've got more room down here, and we've got a slot back in here for a laptop. You can see a laptop can go right in here. You can put some kind of tablet in here. And then the main portion of this bag is pretty amazing. We can open up these Fastex clips on the side like this. And if we open up the main compartment, all of a sudden this stops looking like a backpack and it starts to look more like a carry-on suitcase. And that's because this thing has actually got a 40-liter capacity, which is very big. So this is a lot like having a carry-on bag that you could take through the airport with you. We've got another waterproof pouch up here. There's more storage all over the place in here. You even have elastic straps in here to hold things in place. And then finally, there's another really great design feature to this, which is simply enough how you carry this thing. Now, I already talked about the clips on the back being these good quality Fastex bindings. I really like that. This is also thought out well in that it gives you a waist strap. So if you're going to be carrying something heavy, if you've ever loaded up a backpack and you're carrying a lot of weight, you know how useful these hip straps are. Those are included on here. And not only are they on here, they've got little zippers and little pouches in here that you can put keys or whatever it is that you want in there. Again, really, really well thought out. You can also just carry it almost like a briefcase like this if you turn it on its side. Or if you want to carry it through the airport, for example, like a duffel, there's a strap that's included here that will clip onto both sides like that. And now you can carry this thing like a duffel bag. So this thing is really amazing. It's good quality. It's got very good zippers, very thick material. And in terms of its design, it is so well thought out and will play the part of a number of different bags. From a carry-on piece of luggage, you could carry it like a briefcase, like a duffel bag. And then when you get to your location, you take the strap off and all of a sudden you've got a good quality backpack. I can't wait to take this thing out on my next trip, and I would definitely consider getting another one of